Welcome to our countdown of the top 5 haunted places in Ohio. If you love a good ghost story, you're in for a treat. We're diving headfirst into the chilling tales and spine-tingling encounters that make these locations legendary. From shadowy figures to unexplained noises, Ohio's haunted history comes alive as we explore the stories behind the state's most infamous spots. So, dim the lights, grab your sage, and get ready to explore the eerie side of Ohio, if you dare. Our first stop takes us to Mansfield, Ohio, home to the imposing Ohio State Reformatory. Built in 1886, it served as a prison for over a century, housing thousands of inmates. The Gothic architecture alone is enough to send shivers down your spine, but it's the stories from within those walls that will leave you truly spooked. Overcrowding, violence, and despair were commonplace within the reformatory's walls. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported disembodied voices, footsteps echoing through empty corridors, and even full-bodied apparitions. Cell doors slam shut on their own, cold spots send chills down your spine, and an overwhelming sense of dread permeates the air. One of the most haunted areas is said to be solitary confinement. Many inmates never left solitary alive, their sanity slowly unraveling in the oppressive solitude. Guards too met untimely ends within these walls, and their presence is also felt. The Ohio State Reformatory is a chilling reminder of the dark side of human nature, a place where pain and suffering seep from the very walls. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the unsettling atmosphere that hangs heavy in the air. Next, we travel to Cleveland, Ohio, where a majestic castle with a heart-wrenching past awaits. Franklin Castle. It's got turrets, gargoyles, and enough dark corners to satisfy any ghost hunter. The castle was built in the late 1800s by Hannes Tiedemann, a wealthy banker, as a symbol of his love for his family. However, tragedy struck the Tiedemann family time and time again within those walls. The first to pass was Hannes's mother, followed by his infant daughter Emma. Then his wife Louise succumbed to a long illness. Hannes lost 3 more children within the castle walls, each death more tragic than the last. Some say Hannes, desperate to reconnect with his departed family, dabbled in the occult, conducting seances and summoning spirits within the castle walls. Over the years, residents and visitors have reported chilling encounters within the castle, disembodied whispers, the sound of children's laughter echoing through empty halls, and the ghostly apparition of a woman in black have all been reported. The castle's eerie atmosphere, coupled with its tragic history, has made it a prime location for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers alike. Deep in the heart of Vinton County, Ohio, shrouded in darkness and mystery, lies the Moonville Tunnel. This abandoned railway tunnel, carved through the dense woodland, has become a hotbed for paranormal activity and a chilling reminder of a tragic past. The legend of Moonville Tunnel centers around a tragic accident that occurred on a stormy night. As the story goes, a railway worker was struck and killed by a train while working near the tunnel. His body was never found, and some say his restless spirit now wanders the tunnel searching for peace. Over the years, countless visitors have reported seeing a ghostly figure lurking near the tunnel entrance, its form shimmering in the darkness. Some describe it as a man in work clothes, his face obscured by shadows, while others claim to have seen a glowing orb of light, pulsating with an eerie energy. Visitors have also reported hearing disembodied voices, unexplained footsteps, and even the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. The air grows heavy with dread as you approach the tunnel, and an overwhelming sense of unease settles upon you. The tunnel's remote location, shrouded in darkness and surrounded by dense forest, only adds to its eerie atmosphere. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the unsettling energy that permeates Moonville Tunnel. Our next stop takes us to Athens, Ohio, home to the Ridges, a sprawling complex that once housed the Athens Lunatic Asylum. Built in 1874, the Ridges was intended to be a place of healing and hope for the mentally ill. However, it quickly gained a reputation for overcrowding, inhumane treatment, and experimental procedures that left many patients more traumatized than when they arrived. Patients were subjected to electroshock therapy, lobotomies, and isolation in padded cells. The screams of the tormented echoed through the halls, and the stench of fear and despair permeated the very air. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported countless chilling encounters within its abandoned buildings. Shadowy figures dart down hallways, vanishing into thin air. Disembodied whispers and moans send chills down your spine, and the feeling of being watched is ever present. One of the most infamous stories associated with the ridges is that of Margaret Schilling, a patient who went missing for 6 weeks. Her body was eventually found in a locked room in the attic. The circumstances surrounding her death remain a mystery to this day, but her spirit is said to roam the asylum, leaving behind a cold spot on the floor where her body was discovered. The ridges stands as a chilling reminder of the fragility of the human psyche and the horrors that can occur when compassion fails. Our final destination takes us to Granville, Ohio, where we find the Buxton Inn, a charming and historic inn with a secret lurking beneath its surface. Built in 1812, the Buxton Inn has served as a stagecoach stop, a meeting place for secret societies, and a temporary home for countless travelers passing through. Guests and staff alike have reported strange and unsettling occurrences within the inn's walls. Footsteps echo down empty hallways in the dead of night, doors open and close on their own, and objects move mysteriously as if guided by unseen hands. One of the most well-known resident ghosts is that of Ethel Boonell, a former employee who met an untimely end at the inn. Ethel's spirit is said to be mischievous and playful, rearranging furniture, flickering lights, and even tucking guests in at night. Guests have reported seeing the apparition of a young boy playing in the hallways, his laughter echoing through the silence. Others have encountered the spirit of a former innkeeper, his spectral form still tending to the needs of his guests, even in death. The Buxton Inn is a place where history comes alive, where the past and present intertwine, and where the veil between the living and the dead seems remarkably thin. So, if you're ever looking for a spooky getaway with a side of history, book a night at the Buxton Inn. Thanks for joining us on this spooky journey through Ohio's most haunted places. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more chilling content. From abandoned prisons to eerie castles and haunted tunnels, Ohio's paranormal hotspots offer a glimpse into the unknown. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, there's no denying the chilling tales and unsettling encounters that have made these locations legendary. So, the next time you find yourself in the Buckeye State, keep an open mind and an ear out for the whispers of the past. You never know what you might encounter in the shadows.